going on, you savages out there? This is Hero over here from Bring the Fire, BDF podcast number 9. This episode, we talk and sit down with Haze Tobacco. Really yummy flavors over there at Haze Tobacco. They're doing everything right. We sit down with two of the executives, and we talk about the pros and cons versus hookah smoking and cigarette smoking. One outweighs the other. If you're interested, listen up. We also talk about some politics and all sorts of things. It's going to be a fun time. We had a great time with them the other night, partying with them. They're really, really fun hosts. We sat down and partied with them at a lounge in Las Vegas. These guys are awesome. So listen, enjoy, like, and share. Yo, what's up, listeners? This is the Bring the Fire podcast, episode number 9. Over here at the TPE with Haze Tobacco. They hosted a big party last night. Thank you so much. We were gone last night. We had too much fun, but we're bright. It's bright and early, the last day of the convention here, and we're just excited to be sitting around with Haze Tobacco. Yeah. I know we have a lot of questions to ask them. They have some products coming out. They have some shisha that tastes really, really good. I'm in love with some of their shisha here, and we were smoking it all last night. And I am smoked out, but I'm still smoking. I don't know about you, Chemo.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chemo, and I'm here with Khaled, of course, the head man in charge of Haze Tobacco. Thank you, Khaled, for having us here.
Well, thank you for being here. Clarification, there's 4 of us in the company, so there's 4 of us in charge.
Here we go.
That includes our CEO, Danny Ahmed, Patrick McLarians, Hassan, my brother, as well as myself. And sincerely, thank you for being here and doing this. This is what's going to take hookah tobacco to the next level.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
man. We got also Hassan here. You mentioned this is your brother, right?
Good morning.
This is the blood brother here.
This is the mixer, the blood brother.
Forgive me. Yeah, it's a little bit low.
We got to keep these mics up so
we got to keep it up.
This
is new to the podcast. So.
No, I mean, I didn't know when you guys gave us the wristband yesterday. It was open everything. Open
yeah,
bar.
Sorry. It was a surprise.
So,
surprise.
I'm really glad we took an Uber there. But this is our first year here at TPE. I know we've emailed back and forth. Ronnie, I know I spoke with Khaled one time.
Yes,
on the phone.
yes.
You were sick. You feel good today. It's awesome.
Thank you.
But you guys have actually one of the largest exhibit here at the TPE. Is it always this big for you guys? You guys just go hard like that?
TPE it tends to be one of the largest shows for alternative tobacco. And alternative tobacco pretty much means not cigars. Okay. I don't mean to talk about the other ends, of course. It is the time to really go out, make a good impression, bring people in, bringing them in like family, and showing them what we can do within a company, what we can do for them outside of the company. And we're always proud to have this kind of booth and the size for what it is, and it invites more people. And that's the key, to invite as many people as you can.
Absolutely, man. Ever since I first talked, I think I first talked to like Ronnie and then Arthur. And then, got introduced to Drew and, today or last night hanging out with Hassan and yourself, meeting you in person. You guys, I've always felt that about Haze, we're here, associate with everybody, build relationships. I think that's a big part of this convention, just really bonding and kind of collaborating, seeing people face to face that you email all the time, But that's how I always felt really about Haze. You guys always kind of had open arms out, whatever you need, we'll do whatever, and I really love the customer service about you guys, customer service aspect.
Well, thank you, and we're going to reciprocate what you just gave us. Quite honestly, I think a lot of the tobacco companies that are out there that manufacture hookah tobacco or distribute hookah tobacco, the one thing that's been a huge plus for us in the last couple of years was sitting down and meeting every other brand, every other company, and then you realize when you're meeting these people, it's not like your favorite sports team. It's not like your favorite political team. What this truly is, well, I don't have to, be loyal to my Steelers, and I can still like Peyton Manning. Well, the same thing with us. We have products that we enjoy, but there's other companies and other brands that also produce good products. Yeah. And besides that, we all know what they have to go through. We all know their struggles. We all know, the tedious things that they deal with. And it's difficult. There's a lot of time money and effort to try to produce a product that hundreds and thousands and millions of people can like.
Right.
And just to build that brand recognition, and you go into it and you realize what another company like a Social Smoke has to go through, or Madwak has to go through, and you look at them, you're like, going, oh my gosh, I feel your pain. And that's why we're able to sit down and chit chat and converse, not just about business or about products or what works. We talk about family. We talk about moments in their life that change things, and that's what makes us proud to be a part of this industry.
Absolutely. Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
That was good. We can end it right there.
Yeah, goodness sake.
I actually witnessed that last night when you're at your speech.
Yeah.
And you talked about a lot about family and how everybody came together last night at your party. Man, I've been to a few industry parties, like not for tobacco, but this is the first time I came to a party like that with tobacco, and it was the first time where I saw, like, not to say competitors, because you didn't explain last night. It wasn't your competitors, your like extended family.
Well, it's true. I look, and my brother would attest to this. I'll smoke lemon chill,
Yeah,
and lemon chill's from Social Smoke.
yeah.
But it's not something that, when I tell somebody, look, I like your lemons better than ours. Sorry. But I do. But it's not just enjoying what I like to smoke. It's enjoying the conversation when I'm smoking it.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, this is a country full of eclectic, different mixed, different ideologies, different thought processes, different hearts. And when you bring them all together, it's amazing. Sorry. Fuck Trump.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
You heard it here. Bring the fire, baby. Fuck Trump.
I mean, seriously. There's so many people we got to meet. I mean, we talk on the phone and we try to engage in business. And when you're calling distributors and you're doing every single tactic you can to try to get the sale, and then all of a sudden you can become face to face, and the guy goes, "Oh, that's what you look like."
Yeah.
And then it builds from there, and it builds from there. And quite frankly, I'm going to tell you something. There was the first big company I wanted to work with and try to do business with. It took me 6 months to get them on the phone.
Wow.
And then I went from one person to another person. Then when you finally meet these people, now you can't get them out of your hotel room. You're talking too long. But truthfully, we're proud to be a part of this, and we're proud to meet not just the distributors that help, push us and give us that cash flow that we need to, and for them to get money and to make money for the consumers. It's great. It's wonderful. And to meet people like you, it's different. It's like, oh, the caterers, the ones who are going to be doing all the extra stuff, the one who's going to be talking about it, the ones who are going to be telling these people, no, this is how you do it, and let me show you. And you guys don't have and I'm not going to use the word loyalty, but you guys are loyal to your customers, to what they want.
Right.
And whether you use Haze, whether you use Social Smoke, Starbuzz, Fomari, Fantasia, Al Fakhr, it doesn't matter. There's always different products that people want, and you are the ones bringing it to them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Khaled. Well, just to hop on, this is really good, man. I'm really loving this podcast interview with you, man. But tell us the story behind the story. How did you get into this? How did this come into fruition? Like, I'm going to be the owner of Haze motherfucking Tobacco.
First of all,
I'm going to make this happen.
Again, let me be clear. I'm not the owner of Haze Tobacco.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Danny is the owner of Haze Tobacco.
Okay.
And he extended an olive branch to me a long time ago.
Okay.
So to get to the backdrop of the story is,
There we go.
I hijacked a seat in their office and I never left, and that was 3.5 years ago. And honestly, you're going to hear this over and over again. I hijacked a chair.
Nice.
And I said, hey, let me make some calls for you, and that was it.
Wow.
And that was 3.5 years ago. I learned most everything I could from my brother Hassan. He was already there. And other than that, credit is with the group that we work with, and from the production to the sales staff, everything is beautiful and symbiotic. And there is no egos, except, well, mine. But other than that, everything is really, really friendly. We work well together.
Definitely.
So you got started, Hassan. You got started in Haze first.
Yes, I got started with Haze 4 years ago. I want to say January of 4 years ago.
How'd that come about?
Received a phone call from my brother, who's actually within the company, and told me to come down and check it out. Was pretty skeptical at first, so came down, wanted to meet the company, meet the people. And then as soon as I saw it, it was a family orientation. It was a family vibe, but also the heads that we had behind the company, I knew it was something special.
Yeah.
So they brought me down, and I was fortunate enough to start in the warehouse, kind of just running the shipping and logistics and the packaging and everything that forth. I was able to kind of grow within the company from mixing to sales and kind of the Swiss Army knife, kind of wherever you need me, I'll go and try to plug in.
Nice.
Nice.
So it was like I'm going to put in the work and we're going to see whatever the outcome is later. You just had faith and kind of just went. Like you said, you hijacked the chair. Hassan, you're already there.
100%.
Went in full force and just started making it happen.
Full force and just started running.
But
instantly.
didn't know what the outcome was going to be. You guys didn't really know what's going to happen with Haze.
Not at all.
Haze is huge, man. You guys are international, right? You guys are all over the place.
We've been very, very fortunate.
Yeah. It's still working. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Everything is a work in progress. I mean, even if we're in Germany or we're in Brazil or, in New Zealand, and it's wonderful to hear, wonderful to, to be able to do that. It takes a lot of work. I mean, it's all fun and games, when last night was an amazing event. It was an amazing party. As much as I want to say, hey, thank you guys for coming. Truly, you guys being there and the people being there was the party.
Yeah, you're what made the event.
Yeah,
100%.
The people coming made the event.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of work to do. And I want everybody to understand that there's a lot of sacrifices that, a lot of people have made in order for the company to be what it is.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there to try to give them products and flavors that they're going to enjoy from here on out. I know Hassan's going to work his ass off. I know Patrick is working his ass off. I know Danny's sitting there shaking his head, saying, "Does this guy ever shut up?" But, we're going to be there for you guys. We're going to do our best to give you the products that you like. Yeah. And we do take criticism like everyone else. It's if somebody says this doesn't last long or this isn't working, that's why we send it to our reviewers. That's why we send it. We want to make sure we're giving you a product that everybody enjoys. So we want the feedback. And when we talk to you on the phone and you say, well, this is what's working in California, this isn't what's working, we can do this. It's a step. Every step, you're able to run.
For sure. Nice. I think we're going to, I talked to you guys about a little bit of what we're doing now, starting our YouTube Bring the Fire mix and match. And I know it's pretty cool. I don't know a lot of other companies that have this, but you guys actually have like a whole mix and match chart.
Yes.
Of what you've already experienced, what flows together. So we're going to be putting up everything on your mix and match chart. We're going to go ahead and put it on the YouTube channel. We're going to smoke it. It's going to be a lot of smoking. Sorry, babe. Just tell you right now.
There's quite a few mixes on that
I mean,
chart.
It's going to take some time, but, we want to show the users out there because somebody might, just be stuck on a certain flavor, but then you don't know when you collaborate that flavor, oh boy, with, some what a mint. I don't know, whatever, and we're really excited to be bringing on all the mixes together for you guys. And
you guys have some new flavors out, right?
Well, we try to release from 6 to 9 to 12 flavors each time. We released 6 in the last 6 months.
Nice.
Patrick and Hassan worked tirelessly to come up with something different and unique, or something, so for the masses can enjoy, and something for the real smokers want to enjoy, something that outside the curb. Hassan, the first one they released this year, and they released 2 of them, was 2 licensed flavors as well as 2 general flavors for the public. The licensed flavors, we do flavors for Cheech and Chong.
Okay.
We are a licensee with them, so we do their flavors, as well as we do for Jazzy Faye, who's a music producer outside of and inside of Atlanta. And he loves Ciroc pineapple.
Pineapple Ciroc with pineapple.
That's a flavor you guys made?
That's a drink. So we made Pineapple Crush after talking with Jazzy Faye. One of his favorite drinks is a pineapple Ciroc with pineapple. So he wanted to emulate something where it's just a juicy, sweet pineapple flavor, but still has that creamy texture to it where it's just kind of smooth to drink. So we were able to kind of put all our heads together and come up with Pineapple Crush, where you get this flavor where it almost emulates, those Dole's pineapple juice cans?
Yeah, the little small ones?
Yep. And then you have the pineapples inside. You're left with that juice afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're really trying to chase. And so we're able to add a little bit of vanilla to there. It gave it that creamy note to it. And so now we have not just a standard pineapple flavor, but it's a pineapple flavor that's a bit more on the sweeter side, but also still has that cooling effect. So it's an enjoyable smoke throughout your entire session that won't smoke warm.
That's
You're
dope.
talking about like maybe the pineapple the cans with the rings.
Exactly.
Man, that's delicious. That's the best juice in the world,
that's
man.
the best part.
Man, that sounds delicious.
So how many total flavors does Haze have currently?
77.
Nice. That's like asking you how long have you been married and you don't get it right.
Yeah, you don't
Good
wanna
job.
know.
Good job, Khaled.
Thank you.
Are you married, brother?
No, brother.
Okay, cool.
Happily single for the last 8 years.
That's right.
Congrats.
All you ladies out there,
Congratulations.
come out to the after party tonight. I'm just kidding.
No. After last night, I think that flight home is going to be with Z's and sleeping, and hopefully go back to your own bed and get a nice foot massage tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Nice.
So we're back home, back to Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. This is where everything happens.
That's
for
the base.
Haze.
That's Mother Base, HQ.
Did
We're
you
in
guys grow
Houston.
up in Texas? Like born and raised, kind of?
No. Well, I was born in Lebanon, and we moved to Portland back in the 70s. The older kids and I and my parents. But we're from Portland, Oregon. We're Northwest people.
When did you move out to Texas?
I moved out in May of 2012. And he was
Correct.
there in
In
January.
January.
2000.
Okay, and this was
2012.
when your other brother had called you to say, "Hey,
Correct,
come
yeah.
out, check this out."
Correct.
And then you were just like, after you were there for how long did you decide to say, "Khaled, you got to come out here"?
Well, actually, Khaled decided to come out there and get a change of scenery, not even just a few months shorter. I mean, before we can even have a phone call, he was on the plane saying, "How is it?" "Oh, it's good. I love it. I'm
That's
I'm
the
on my
party
way.
animal, bro, huh?
I'm on my
Party
way."
animal. No, I may smile and laugh, but man, he drank me under the table last night.
I have no recollection of what happened last night. I just know a lot of smiles, laughs, and handshakes. It was a good time.
So how did the family decide to get into like the hookah business?
Well, well, I can give you all the information since it's an industry. The company that my brother had joined forces with had been in the smoking accessory business for 25 years prior, and beautiful family, Armenian, and one of the CEO of Haze Tobacco is Lebanese. Married the daughter, and they've been working together for 20 plus years. And they always had a love for hookah tobacco. And look, I can tell you about my brother Hassan, Danny, and myself, how much we like hookah tobacco and what we do. But the truth is, the passionate one, the passionate smoker, the one who has his heartbeat on everything and social media and is watching everything, is Patrick. Patrick is without a doubt the passion behind us. I'm a numbers guy. I want sales and friendly conversation. My brother is a mixer. He wants to make a good product, do a little sales, and hey, I'm done for the day. Leave me alone. Let me go do what I need to do. And he'll smoke. Danny's like, "What are you guys doing? You're ruining me. There goes my reputation." But he's the back end of everything that needs to be done financially.
Gotcha.
And when it comes down to it, we're peddlers for Patrick. That's what we are. Patrick says, "Hey guys, I think we need to do this. Hey guys, I think we need to do this flavor," and it's him. It's him and his passion.
Yeah.
So that's who I want to give a lot of credit to.
Cool.
That's who I want to give a lot of credit to. And then there's the grandfather of it all, and that's Patrick's father, Norvin.
Norvin, the Godfather.
Norvin is retired, but there isn't a smoke show, an accessory show, that not one single major distributor across the country doesn't come up and say thank you to him. He was the first cash and carry in Houston, Texas, and in the United States. He was the first person to go on the road and teach everybody. My first time, truly going on the road to know what it is, I went with Norvin and learned a lot. One thing I learned about him is you have to make a relationship with another business first, and then if the sale comes, great. If not, you have a new friend.
Wow.
And that's the key to this business. If the sale comes, great. If not, you have a new friend.
Building that relationship,
That's a
man.
good nugget for business.
Huge nugget.
Huge nugget. Man.
We kind of came out here this year. It's our first year, not knowing what to expect, not knowing, some of our friends. "Oh, you guys got a booth?" And we're like, "No, man, we're just going. We just want to meet everybody, see what this is about." And fell into the Haze party. We, it was cool. You guys opened us up with open arms, but I mean, just much more than that. Walking around, it's what you're saying, Khaled. It's really like the relationships and bonding with everybody.
Of course.
And I've always said that when, like sometimes on our podcast or sometimes on our YouTube stuff, I say hookah brings everybody together, man. It's weird.
It does.
That's how we started.
That's how we started.
Like 3 years ago, I brought a hookah to a party. The Arab guy brought a hookah to a party, and everyone just gravitated to it. And we were having conversations with older people, sort of say, we're the young guys, but we're having a conversation with like older people that, what is this? What is it? And they just wanted to smoke. And it was just cool how those conversations opened up because of the aspect of hookah.
Yes, absolutely.
Opened a lot of people up.
Absolutely. It's nice. It's nice to kind of walk into a place, see a group of 5-6 people around a table. There's a hookah apparatus right there, and you just walk up, and they look at you, and you're like, "Yo, yeah, pass the hose, man. It's not a microphone. It's not a microphone. Pass the hose.
Pass the hose.
I mean, one of the things I love it. It's not going to suck itself, man. I mean, have you ever been to sitting down at a hookah lounge and then somebody's having a conversation? It's usually one of our Habibi friends, of course,
with the hose in his hand.
With the hose in his hand,
and you're sitting there watching
him. He's gesturing. He's like moving like this, telling the story.
It's a baton.
It is. It's like, man, pass it.
I'm guilty.
That's how
of that.
Hero
I'm
is over
guilty
here.
of that.
This asshole will hold the hose and will never pass it.
I'll have it for like an hour, and I'm like, man, I just got it. I don't know. I just got it.
It just came around. I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
So what are we to tell the listeners? What are they to expect from Haze in the next year, 2 years, 5 years? I mean, what is there stuff in the works that we can't know about right now? Is there what's your outlook for Haze and where it's going to be?
Well, I don't want to get pessimistic in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to give you guys a public service announcement. And I want your listeners and the people in California and the people across the country to realize one thing. Okay, we all know smoking tobacco has effects, some side effects.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. But we also know, and and I know, it is not as bad as cigarettes.
Yeah.
Right.
The chemicals in there are not even close to what it is.
Yeah.
And there is a agenda by Big Tobacco to close us down. And right now, from yesterday to today, they're having meetings in Maryland.
As we speak.
And you go on MTV and they're giving you the truth sign. And then you're like, oh my gosh, they're showing a hookah.
Right.
We made it. We've gone popular in American culture. And the truth is, they are trying to ban us because our generation, this is our product.
Yeah.
They had Winston. They had Marlboros. They had Camels.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Hookah tobacco is us.
Yeah.
Al-Fakir is us, Starbuzz is us, Fumari is us, Fantasia is us, Haze is us, Social Smoke is us, Madrak is us, Al Rayyan is us, Ugly Tobacco is us, Trifecta is us, okay? Alchemist is us. These are people that are in the company now. We know who they are.
Yeah.
We don't want them to go.
Yeah.
They make us better.
Right.
We make them better. And to have Big Tobacco try to shut us down. And I want you guys to open your minds of something. Do not be sheep to the cattle. In New York, the 5 boroughs in New York, flavored tobacco is banned.
Wow.
Completely.
You cannot buy or sell flavored tobacco in the 5 boroughs of New York.
Wow.
Brooklyn, Manhattan, Long Island, the Bronx. I mean, you cannot buy it.
It can't even be shipped there.
No. They can be. Guess the only flavor of hookah tobacco that can be shipped there.
Mint.
Mint.
That's it.
Say
That
it. Say
doesn't make any sense.
Say it doesn't. You know why?
Why?
How are they going to ban Newports or menthol
Menthols.
cigarettes?
No shit. Wow.
Wow.
Never knew that.
That's what your listeners
That's an
need to know.
indication for Big Tobacco. That's
Well,
yeah,
that's the key for Big
behind it.
Tobacco.
Yeah.
And you guys, listen, I know it's just a hobby for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but it's your right. It's your freedom.
Yeah.
This is what this country is founded on.
Yeah.
Freedom. Freedom to do what you really want to do. If you're not harming anybody else and you want to do something in the privacy of your own home, can I cuss on this?
Yeah.
Then fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck them.
I think you dropped already a few F-bombs. But
Yeah.
it's too late.
Sorry, it's
Trump.
just natural.
Right.
But seriously, a conversation needs to be had.
Right.
Yeah.
And it may be an uncomfortable conversation. Tell them, hey, don't ban our product.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it's not even close to what a cigarette is.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you because for a lot of listeners out there, maybe myself too, I like to be schooled. I like to learn. I learn from everybody. So can you tell us, for people that are out there listening right now that are saying, no, he does, nope, it is as bad as cigarettes. You know, can you explain right now, if someone asks you, Khaled, hey, is it as bad as cigarettes? Tell us why.
Okay, it's not even close to being as bad as cigarettes. So because first of all, you know what the chemicals are in cigarettes in order for the filters and
through the filter alone on the cigarette, you're killing yourself 4 times as much over, in my opinion, than you would with a hookah.
That little filter.
That little filter at the very end. Rat poison and all the chemicals within it. There's a series of objects in there. Things that we didn't even know that we're smoking.
Yeah.
With the hookah, it has nicotine. That it does.
Yeah.
The amount of tar that's in the hookah is 0.05.
But I want to add something.
Correct.
He said it does have nicotine, but it's a natural tobacco nicotine.
Correct.
It's not an additive that's added to it. It's the tobacco.
It's the natural nicotine within
Please
the
continue.
tobacco.
Okay. Unlike cigarettes, it's like chemically made. The nicotine.
They keep on adding it and infusing it in. Because you remember, hookah tobacco, when you get it, it's wet. It's wet because we put glycerin in there and flavorings in there. It's a natural vegetable glycerin.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what the key is. There's no glycerin in cigarettes and cigars. Okay? They're going to take the glycerin that they put in vapes, which is vegetable glycerin.
Yeah. You can buy that at CVS, by the way.
Yep. Yeah.
Glycerin you can buy at CVS.
Yeah. And they're going to tell you, no, that's going to cause this, that's going to cause that, and it's so bad for you. Stop. I'm sorry, continue.
Mother, you're on the right track. Smoking in general is bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with the hookah apparatus, it's being filtered through the water. When they're trying to compare a cigarette to a hookah, they're comparing on the amount of smoke that's coming out and how hard it's puffed.
Okay.
With the hookah, you can't smoke this thing constantly without a breath of air for 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to, the way I look at it is, okay, with the hookah, I'm going to sit here and smoke a hookah for an hour or so.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Within that hour, I've yet to do it, and I will do it. I'll see how many draws I take of my hookah.
Mm-hmm.
But how long are you smoking a cigarette for? For 5 minutes?
Sure.
Within those 5 minutes, instantly the amount of draws you're taking within that cigarette and the chemicals you're in, it's not even comparable.
Yeah.
The cigarettes, instantly it's going to have the effect on you.
And you said that the nicotine amount in the tobacco is
0.05.
That's in all, like,
to be honest with you, it fluctuates.
It fluctuates, right?
Look, it's the same thing. Tobacco leaves.
Yeah.
How much is in a tobacco leaf? How much did the tobacco leaf get washed? How much was it soaked in water? How long was it soaked in water? There are different batches.
How long was it cooked
variables.
for?
Okay.
How long was it cooked for? There's different ways. There's no true sense. But you know that there's some dark loud tobacco that have 1%, 2% nicotine. You know the real washed ones have from 0.2 to 0.8, 0.5, so you take the average. There's no real way you can conduct that test. Not even big tobacco can conduct that test.
Right.
You can't, because not every piece of tobacco grew the same.
Not every piece of leaf is going to have the same amount of nicotine in it.
Do you guys know what were the cigarettes as far as their amount of nicotine starts, or what's their average?
Well,
or
it's
not?
added. They chemically add the nicotine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't add nicotine to our tobacco. It's natural within the tobacco.
Right.
What you get is a product of the tobacco. Cigarette companies, and you know this. I mean, everybody's told you since you're a child.
Mhm.
Nicotine is an addiction
Right.
chemical. Once you start getting into your system, you're addicted to it. The higher the concentrated of nicotine, the more you want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what big companies do. Same thing with sugars. The more sugars you like, the more you want it. You're addicted to it. And we all know how that is. So that's what the key is. That whole bullshit of smoking a hookah for 1 hour is like smoking 1,000 cigarettes. Bitch, I've smoked cigarettes when I'm drunk. Okay? After 3, my throat is gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
After 3, my throat is gone.
Yep. Yeah.
Right? I can sit here and, smoke a hookah, drink a cup of tea, serenade some women that don't know me. And I got a terrible voice. Imagine me singing, after a cigarette. It's night and day. And yes, there are studies that are going to be conducted about hookah tobacco.
Yeah.
There are studies that hopefully can save us. But it's big money tobacco that wants to shut us down.
Right.
And please, spread the word.
Yeah.
Whenever you see that ad or somebody who's not accustomed to know what a hookah pipe is, tell them, look, it truly isn't as bad. And the one analogy you guys can always say, I've smoked a cigarette 1 or 2 times, and I know how my throat feels.
Right.
Yeah.
I've smoked a hookah for an hour,
Yeah.
and I know how my throat feels.
Yeah.
Night and day difference.
Great analogy.
Do you guys have any thoughts? I don't know if you're familiar with like the California law that's being pushed out, where they're trying to ban tobacco to be 21 and over now.
California, the most of the cities.
We have a lot of vape listeners, and they're trying to shut down vape to be 21 and over also.
Well, you know why? Again, it's big tobacco company.
Yeah.
It comes down to them. Here's what I don't understand, and this is one thing that people don't realize. I grew up in the United States of America.
Yeah.
It is a melting pot.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Look at my brother. Look at the people walking around. Every single one of you, you know, it's a mixture of cultures, mixture of hospitalities.
Yep.
Okay? This country was founded on freedom.
That's right.
Okay? It took a while to catch up, but it's the fundamental right of freedom of everybody, freedom of choice. What you do in your own home, what you do in your own city. The states have the right more than the federal government. Well, when you look at that, you're like, going, okay, that's great. Politically, I don't understand. How the fuck can this young gentleman who just got out of high school go across thousands and thousands of miles to go fight and defend freedom for our country, yet you won't have him, you won't allow him to have a fucking beer?
Wow.
I'll take your life, but you can't have that drink.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So then
I'll protect your freedom, but you
Yeah.
can't drink that.
So then this young kid who's finally becoming sociable saying, okay, I found a place I can go and smoke a hookah. Smoke a hookah. To go like somebody would go to a pub to drink a beer
Yeah.
at 18 to 21 to smoke a hookah. And somebody's going to say, you know what? It's not good for you. I know you can vote for the leader of the free world, but you know what? You want to put a hookah in your mouth? I think you don't have the brain power to make that decision. You need to wait till you're 21 years old.
Oh gosh.
Well, fuck you too.
Real talk right there.
Really?
True talk. Yeah.
Really? The arrogance.
Yeah.
The arrogance. We elected you to help the people that need help, not to regulate the growth of somebody's mind.
Right.
Damn.
Wow.
Powerful.
This is deep.
Holla.
deep.
I love this.
Oh my gosh.
You know, look at the political spectrum today. Fiscally, we're all conservatives. We need to be conservatives fiscally for what we do in our homes, what we do in the way we spend money. That's what this country is based on, fiscal responsibility. That means you're not going to go out there, take your credit card and charge $10,000 just to have something.
Yeah.
If you don't have the cash to pay for it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, and you remember the time you're like going, I want to buy this hookah, but it's a little bit out of my price range.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wait. I'm going to save some money. And that time building up till get to the point to buy that hookah, how good you feel, how you take care of it, how you smoke it, how you clean it. You don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
That's what this country is supposed to be found on.
Mhm.
Buying things that you love and you enjoy that you want to take care of. Not going gawky and saying, hey, I need to go to a club and spend, $2,500 on a table for a bunch of people without having that kind of, relationship that's saying, hey, I'm able to provide. Yeah, let's be there.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's have a party. And then you turn around and you got these people saying, well, no, you got these people, that person is a freeloader. That person is lazy. That person is this. That person is that. No. I may not want to vote for Bernie Sanders for business sense,
Yeah.
but I respect the shit out of that son of a gun.
Yeah.
I respect the movement that he's doing. He knows people need help.
Yeah.
We all need a little pick-me-up. You ask me why I went to Houston? I needed help. My head went on my brother's shoulders. My head went on Danny's and Patrick's shoulders. We all need a little help
Yeah.
just to get me going, just to get people going. Not $15 an hour help, but yes, we all need a little help.
Yeah.
But other than that, please talk. It's not just about hookah tobacco.
Yeah.
It's about you guys' livelihood. It's about your freedoms. It's about your choices. It's about sitting down with a group of mixed people of different cultures and having somebody come up and say, are you a terrorist? Are you on welfare?
Right.
Yeah.
And here's the fucked up part. half the people voting for this son of a bitch, they're on welfare.
Yeah.
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 No joke.
Yeah.
I always ask the question, look at the firemen, look at the policemen, right?
Yeah.
How are they getting paid?
Yeah.
Public money.
Public
Right.
money.
That's not social.
Yeah.
That's all. Getting back to the hookah product.
I'm gonna say, wow,
Well,
you have my vote.
Got my vote.
Getting back to the
Khaled for president, baby.
Yeah.
no, buddy, my skeletons are so outside my closet. You can look on Facebook and see them.
That's what we need, man.
I mean, really, I don't want to give any plugs. K_Haze at Instagram.com.
No, plug up. Plug up.
No. But seriously, this is true. This is a passion of ours. Please let everyone know how much you enjoy smoking hookah tobacco,
Yeah.
how it is not a gateway to marijuana, how it's not
Yeah.
a gateway to cigarettes.
Yeah.
It really is. It's actually taken people off cigarettes as well. That's where the vape industry have come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I smoked for many, many years. I smoked when I was 13 years old till I was 28, 29 years old. Cigarettes, I was addicted to cigarettes. But because, of course, my wife and then because of the team here, I quit. I quit cigarettes cold turkey. It was the hardest thing, but I smoked hookah, and I'm okay, cool. I smoke smoke once a week, twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't fiend for it. I still do jujitsu. I still run. I still work out. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, and then people say, well, tobacco is bad for you. Well, so is drinking. How many people, after they went to a hookah lounge, smoked tobacco and actually killed somebody driving?
You have to hear the case. You have to hear it.
I haven't heard a case.
Right.
How many people drink and drive after the club, after the bar, kill someone? I don't know the statistics, but I'm sure it's quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah. Well, look at people's diets. I mean, I try not to drink soda pop.
Yeah.
And it is so bad for you. The aspartines, the sugars that are in there. Look at the juices. Look at the cranberry juice. Oh, you have a bladder infection. Go drink a whole, liter of cranberry juice. And all of a sudden it has how much per serving? 16 grams of sugar per serving? No, you can go ahead and get rid of your bladder infection, but you know what? You're going to get thick at the process.
Go ahead and get diabetes at the same time.
Look, we need to get back to what America is great for.
For sure.
And that's the freedoms to do what you need to do and what you choose to do.
Yeah.
Okay? I can understand the children aspect. We don't want children to start smoking. We keep it away from children. These flavors are not made for kids. They're not like the cigarettes companies were making menthols or making those sugar candies.
Oh, I remember those. I used to get them on the ice cream truck.
I did.
Yeah.
I remember.
the
when
sugar,
I was young.
You blow out smoke, but it was like, I don't know what it was.
It was fake smoke, and
It
you
was
can
fake
eat,
smoke.
you can eat it.
Yeah, you could eat it like
Yeah.
a gum. It was gum,
Yeah, it was
right?
like
Yeah.
gum.
I remember
right.
that. Yeah.
I remember that.
It's just powders that you're blowing out. The powdered sugars. And you sit there and we're not doing this for kids.
Yeah.
We are saying 18 and over, you have to purchase it. 18 and over again. 18 and over. We understand. We're responsible that way. But please, holy smokes. A hookah tobacco is a stationary thing. 95% of the time. It's stationary. You're actually sitting down at a table in your home. It's on the floor. You come to it. Cigarettes and cigars, you're walking with it. You're walking with it everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I agree. We should not have places by schools. Of course not. I agree. When people are smoking cigarettes, they should be 10 feet away from public places. We don't need to give them that. But I have a question for you guys. And you guys are smoking.
Yeah.
Okay? And you used to smoke. My brother's going to take a big, big draw of hookah tobacco. And then he's going to blow it on his arm. What does he smell like afterwards? Nothing.
Lavender. I'm smoking lavender right now.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not at all.
Now,
Nothing. It's
go smell his
odorless.
fingers after a cigarette or something. What's
Oh,
he smell like?
Oh, all
disgusting.
day.
It's an ashtray.
All day.
All day.
Yeah.
On your mouth, on your beard,
Yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Your hair, your
Clothes, everywhere.
yeah. And just call them out. Somebody wants it. Please, everybody out there, next time somebody says, hey man, smoking a hookah is like smoking 1,000 cigarettes. Yeah, really? Fuck off.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Let's
Tell
educate
them. Educate
everybody.
them.
Definitely.
Educate them about the water filtration. Educate them about. There's one thing I do want to add, and this is just a personal basis. I don't mean to alienate anybody. When we smoke with coconut charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
Coconut charcoal has the least amount of chemicals in it in order to smoke. And there's always a barrier on the tobacco and the coconut charcoal, whether we're using a lotus, which is a metal piece that heats up the tobacco, whether heavy-duty foil, there's always a layer, a barrier. Quick lights, other things, do remember they do have sulfur in order to ignite them.
Okay.
So that chemical is really detrimental to them. So if somebody's going to I did a test using a KM hookah, Hasuna stem, thunder hose, whatever you guys do. I mean, you guys are the passionate ones. And then they put the charcoal on it.
Yeah.
And they use I'm using this quick light. Well, there you go. You lost already. The coconut charcoals are the least damaging to you because it's actual coconut shell. And they take less fillers in order to compact them.
For sure.
Yeah. And it releases the least amount of carbon monoxide.
Correct.
Really? Very cool.
Wow.
This has been one of the most educational podcasts all around for me, not just about hookah, but life. So this has been awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man, but I just want to, again, huge shout out to Haze Tobacco. Huge shout out to Hassan. Huge shout out to Khaled.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you guys
Shout-outs
taking
to
the
you.
time out of your day, man, to sit with us and do this.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us, again, to show that the big boys, the big dogs are, humble. And you
Super
guys,
humble.
super humble, man. And I love that.
How do we find
family.
you guys?
It's what
Like,
it's
what's your
about.
social media?
Yeah.
Like, plug away.
Well, Haze Tobacco. You can find Haze Tobacco on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on Twitter.
Okay.
Snapchat.
We're on Snapchat also, so you can find us on there.
We'll put all the links, for
Absolutely.
everybody to follow you guys.
Yeah.
And
Did you guys have a hookah lounge in Houston or anything like that?
No. We will not do a hookah lounge. We will not do a smoke shop.
Okay.
One of the things we do, since we distribute nationwide and internationally, why would we want to compete with the people we're selling to?
That's true.
And it's, we want to lift them up. We want to help them.
Yeah.
And one thing about Haze, and if you go to your local smoke shops, and I got to be honest, I'll be very, very honest, we're doing extremely well in Northern California now. It's growing. We do need a little bit of help in Southern California. And anything you guys need to spread the word with some samples, with some pamphlets, with some brochures, flyers, especially for your catering service, let us know. And we're there to help.
for sure, definitely.
And thank you again for doing what you guys do.
Yes, our family just grew +3, so it's been a pleasure.
And
It really
Thanks,
has.
and people can buy haze at their local tobacco shop. If it's not there, definitely let the tobacco shop owner know you guys want haze. Make sure you guys are telling people, hey, I see this Bring the Fire guys smoking haze tobacco on their YouTube channel. How do I get a piece of it? How do I get a piece of haze? And so we'll help push it out in Southern California. We're in Southern California ourselves, so we'll help push the word. But local tobacco shops, where else can they?
Well, online, they've been so many online vendors that have been doing amazing work. And the one thing about the online vendors, unlike the smoke shops do have, and they're great. They have to sell a lot of products. The online vendors are predominantly hookah vendors.
Okay.
But go to your local smoke shop, see what they carry, whether it's Starbucks, Formari, Al Fakhed, Fantasia, Haze, Social Smoke, anything that's out there for tobacco. And Southern California is huge with the new brands, the Alchemist and the Ugly Tobacco. But you can go online, 5starhookah.com, Hookah John,
Ultimate Hookah.
Ultimate Hookah. You can go to South Smoke. You can go to cheaptobacco.com, hookahwholesalers.com. And go on their websites. It's all over the place.
Okay.
And the one thing about these online vendors, which is amazing, and we can't thank them enough, is they got such a huge variety. And if you go onto the websites on the Facebook sites, Hookah and Beyond, Hookah Enthusiast, Hookah Lovers, and a lot of times these the consumers who are purchasing from California, from Ohio, from Texas, they'll post their purchases online, and it's such a beautiful thing when you see a couple cans of Haze, then you see a Famari bag, a Famari pouch, and then you see a Starbuzz here, and then you see the other brands, and then the hookah bowls. And one shout out, I know we're talking about hookah products and flavors. One shout out to Shika, to Phantom Hookahs, Shika Hookahs, KM Hookahs, Roy Hookahs, for allowing us to use their apparatuses, for allowing us to sit there and say thank you to the Lotus companies, to the Bowl companies. I mean, they're making it for us. I mean, they're allowing our product to smoke better.
Yes.
And giving the new generation a better way to smoke, and give them some more information. The hoses, from the disposable ones you get at the lounges to the Thunder hoses that are amazing. What else are there?
With as far as the
What? Alpaca bowls.
Yeah, you know one thing
Yeah.
about this industry,
Alpaca
it's constantly innovating new products. I mean, every month and a half, 2 months, you have someone who just is a complete enthusiast and passionate about this product, or about the industry, or about the hookah tobacco, and they take that passion, their creativity, and they bring something new to the industry and to the game, in which everyone starts circling and talking about it, and it really becomes a family. This industry isn't only the tobacco companies; it's the hoses, the people who create the trays, the bowls,
The charcoal.
the charcoal. I mean, there's a array of things to help increase or help and cater to your smoking needs in the hookah industry, and so. Okay. That's also a big thing about this industry that's beautiful, is it's constantly changing. It's constantly reinventing itself.
All right. Well, again, I guess that was a PS of another 15 minutes before we said goodbye.
No, man, that was awesome. Thank you guys again. Hopefully, we will do this every year. See what's new. See what's going down.
Look
You
forward
guys
to
can
seeing
definitely
you.
We're
expect
looking
us
forward to
every
next year.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Khaled. Thank you
you,
again,
guys.
son.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Bring the
Just-
fire, people.
Bring
Bring the fire.
Bring the fire.